The LoneStar story continues with LoneStar MedTech.
Growing local hops in the state of Texas was a no-brainer concept. When you've got a really super high demand and low supply and you can fix that supply, that's a good business plan by itself. However, that's not the real reason that got me excited about the project. There's a flavonoid that's found inside the hops flower called Xanthohumol, and it has incredible medical application. Hops is a vine and it's actually a cousin plant to cannabis. In fact, Xanthohumol is very similar in function and structure to cannabinoids from the cannabis flower. Like cannabinoids, Xanthohumol affects the body in very similar ways, especially for cancer and pain. But the medical application for Xanthohumol has no legal issues, it has no stigma attached to it, and it has no psychoactive effect like cannabis is known for.
Studies have shown that Xanthohumol kills 60 different cancers, reduces LDL, bad cholesterol, by 80%, reduces insulin requirements in diabetics by 20%, and improves weight loss by 20%. With the opioid pain epidemic causing addiction and record prescription deaths, Xanthohumol could be a viable alternative for opioid prescriptions. In clinical studies, Xanthohumol has been shown to reduce IL-6 as much as 78%. 78%! And elevated IL-6 is directly related to chronic pain. Currently, there are also cases for using Xanthohumol for the treatment of metabolic syndrome, stroke, congestive heart disease, and hypertension.
I approached Dr. Jude Espinoza, a prominent cardiologist in San Antonio and former president of the American Heart Association, to get his medical opinion on Xanthohumol and the medical applications we wanted to create.
Many of my patients have asked me if there's another natural agent that could potentially replace some of the drugs we're using now, and there really hasn't been a great choice. Many of the other anti-inflammatory agents or natural agents just really fell to the wayside. Xanthohumol, if packaged properly, could have some of those benefits, and right now the studies ongoing look very promising.
Given the positive research surrounding Xanthohumol, we're very determined to be a leader in its extraction and distribution for a wide variety of treatments. In 2015, the top 10 drugs combined for a total of $60 billion in sales. Xanthohumol could be a viable alternative or aid in the treatment of most of the conditions that these medications are designed to treat. We're combining emerging science with disruptive technologies to help shape the future of health and wellness. We're not here to replace the pharmaceutical model with nutraceuticals like Xanthohumol. We're here to supplement it.
With all this potential at our doorstep, what we're doing is we're following the same protocols we did on setting up agriculture for hops for beer. But we're doing it now hops for healthcare. This includes the extraction process, the medical research, the supply chain control, and processes for large-scale production and distribution. And when we have all this infrastructure already built, we are completely ready for phase 3 in the future of healthcare when cannabis comes to Texas.
We're preparing for a $3 billion market in Texas for medical cannabis without actually being in the cannabis business. We'll adhere to all the state regulations and requirements for cannabis through our hops production process. This will allow us to be pre-qualified for a license with an infrastructure, an extraction lab, production pharmacy, packaging, and distribution across multiple verticals.
LoneStar MedTech looks forward to sharing more with you about their strategic approach that focuses initially on hops, then pivots to cannabis, and eventually incorporating other nutraceutical-grade plants.